Greetings and salutations, test takers. This is Dean Tenney coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas, also known as the Series 7 Guru. We have a request. Remember, your best free supplement to your paid study materials is my YouTube channel, but a good paid supplement is the Kaplan Q Bank. With my 10% discount code at checkout, you can get it for $58.50. And for that commercial, Kaplan allows me to give test takers like you free look at Kaplan content. So if you have the Kaplan Q Bank, I'll help you with any question. It could be SDC or Past Perfect or training consultants. It doesn't matter. It's just easier if it's a Kaplan question because you don't have to cut and paste it. I can just pull it up backstage and take a look at it. Anyways, this is the question request. These have been going to the Facebook and Reddit and not on the YouTube channel because there's already 200 hours of content on the YouTube channel. And but I took a poll and I'm going to start placing these explications on the channel and I'll put them in the practice question playlist. So if it's an option, this is an option, it'll be in the playlist for options. All right, so let's get started on this question. So I'm a big believer in initial setup and getting comfortable with the question. So an investor opens the following positions. We buy 100 shares of RJN at 46. Now, the first thing we want to know is that whenever we're looking at stock and options, the stock dominates. So it doesn't matter what comes next. The stock is the dominant position. And so I wouldn't buy the stock unless I was bullish. So that's the first thing you got to do as a test taker, say, what am I looking at? This is stock plus options. So you can't let the option tail wag the stock dog. A lot of methods. I believe in the T method. Fire up the T is the mantra of my students because we want to be able to track money. I like to use dollars out, dollars in. Some people like to use pluses or minuses, whatever floats your boat. Some people like to use debit or credit. I like to use dollars out versus dollars in. And so we're out 46 for that stock. And then I like to use dollars in, tracking the money. This was an opening purchase on the stock. And okay, so let's see what else we got going on here. I buy 1 January 45 put at 2.5. And again, particularly on the puts, I think if you can do track money in and out, you aren't struggling with contract specifications. What I mean by that is you can look at this option leg here, and you're not struggling that what that is, let me get a different font here, is a choice to sell the stock. Now, the key is I actually already own the stock. So this is not somebody who's buying a put who's speculating on the stock price. So God forbid you tell me 45 minus 2.5 and you're bearish. No. What this is a choice to sell the stock at the strike price. What we're looking at here, XP means strike price, is protection. We're looking at protection. When we're buying a put on a stock that we own, what we're buying is protection. It's insurance on the stock position. So by the way, anytime you have an option position, a stock position, it's going to be protection or income. Those are going to be the two things. So we almost have a 50-50 choice based on. Let me get a bigger font for that. And let's put that here. And protection costs money. And so we're paying 2.5 points for the protection. And so it looks like I'm at a total of 48.5, 46 for the stock and 2.5 points for protection. So you can either memorize that the break even is the stock cost plus the premium. This is the one time and the one time only we have a put and we're adding, stock cost 46 plus 2.5, or you can get the T and the break even here is going to be 46.5. Because remember, the break even is the number that if I plug it in would make the columns balance. That's what break even is. Same dollars out as dollars in. Nobody does things to break even. Nobody does things to break even. But that's what that would be. All right, so we have our break even. Let's put that there. We're out a total of 48.5. That's our break even. And remember, the stock dominates, so it's kind of helpful to know that we want the stock to be above 48.5. This is a bullish position. Now, usually remember, puts are bearish, but not when you have the stock, because the stock dominates. So this is a bullish position. All right, so let's look at our next one that we're asked about. So we got one part of this done. What is the maximum gain? Well, I don't have to sell the stock if I don't want to. I don't have to sell the stock if I don't want to. So, if I go to do the offset, I have unlimited gain potential. Now, I kind of think you're a jerk of a customer if you say, well, Dean, we wasted our money for the put. I said, well, the put isn't about if we're right. The put is about what if we're wrong. The put is a hedge. Hedge keeps good things in and bad things out, about being wrong on this stock and the stock going down. I like to think of options as being about floors and ceilings. There is no ceiling here. What we did is we did construction and we put it in a floor at 45. So we have unlimited gain potential because we don't have to sell the stock if we don't want to. So let's put that in there. We have unlimited gain potential. And our maximum loss. Now, again, if you just think this is a put, you're going to say, well, gee, it's a put and it's going to be, my maximum loss of the premium. No, I paid 46 for the stock. I paid 2.5 points for the protection. So I'm out 48.5. And if I want, I can exercise my put. Anytime I'd like, American style, and sell the stock for 45. So the most I can lose, is the break even to the strike. Now, you don't have to, you can memorize it if you want, but you don't really have to memorize it. It's the break even to the strike. You could just, again, do your T. By the way, same on the break evens. You're going to have answer sets offered to you, and you can just, kind of do it that way. But anyways, this is 48.5. And this is 45. And that's going to be my worst case scenario. My break even to the strike price. XP is strike price. So my maximum gain here is going to be 3.5 points. Now, remember, that's 3.5 points. By the way, I always suggest you do things on a per share basis. And the reason I suggest that is otherwise you get all kinds of zeros floating around. It can kind of be a mental mess. So what I mean by that is, I could have put 4,600 in here. I could have put 250 in here. I could have put 4,500, and it becomes messy. So I suggest you do things on a per share basis. Anyways, our maximum loss is going to be $350, the break even to the strike. And let's just put that there. Boom, boom, boom. Break even to the strike price. Okay, so as I said, let's now check our answer set. And let's see if these answers are available to us. The answer is when you buy the stock and you buy a put, you have unlimited gain potential. There is no ceiling. You don't have to sell if you don't want to. Your maximum loss is the break even to the strike price, 48.5, break even to strike 45, because I have a choice to sell at 45. My break even is what I paid for the stock plus what I paid for the protection, 48.5. That's what I'm out of pocket. So that's what we're looking for in terms of our answer set. Okay, let's see if that answer is available to us. And indeed it is. There it is. Maximum gain is unlimited. Maximum loss is 350. Break even is 48.5. Ding, 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 ding. So let's just go back and real quickly do a review. Now remember, this will no longer be on the Reddit. It'll be on the YouTube channel or Facebook with a link based on everything. So first thing we got to do is recognize that this is a stock position. We have to recognize that this is a stock position. And when we have stock and options, stock dominates. So we say, okay, we got a stock position and we're long the stock, so we're bullish. We get our T fired up. We say we're out 46 for the stock. We're out 2.5 points for the protection. So we're out 2.5. Break even is stock cost plus premium. Our break even is 48.5. We're bullish because the stock dominates. The maximum gain is unlimited because we don't have to sell it. We don't want to. 45 or higher. Put expires. I still got the stock. I'm not buying the put because of the unlimited gain. I'm buying the put for the protection. So now the worst case, if I'm wrong and the thing blows up, instead of falling down 46 flights of stairs, I only have to fall down 3.5 flights. The maximum loss when you're long the stock and long the put, when you have this hedge in place, is the break even to the strike price, which in this case is $350. All right, so I hope you found that helpful. Remember, inch by inch, your Series 7 is a cinch, yard by yard. Your Series 7 is hard, and I'll see you on the next one. Again, let me know if you are in, there's a poll. If you're not in favor of these being on the YouTube channel, but would prefer they're on Facebook or Reddit, just to participate in that poll. Bye-bye.